Hello, my name is David Ammons, and the case study of the game that I covered is Manchester United versus Arsenal that played on May 17th, 2015. Uh, some of the storylines coming in were Radamel Falcao, who is a forward for the team, who we have on loan from another team. This was probably his last game at Old Trafford, which is the stadium that Manchester United plays at. And they probably weren't going to sign him to a long-term deal, which was probably the plan in the long run. And it also was our goalkeeper De Gea's probably his last game because there's about an 80% chance that he's going to go to the Real Madrid team. During the game, the announcers, the big thing that was going on was the Champions League spot, and they kept saying that both teams are in the Champions League technically, but that the fourth place team and the team that would probably lose here, and Manchester is in fourth place and Arsenal is in third, and the team that would lose here would probably be the fourth place team and have to do like a playoff game to make sure they got in. So that was something that the announcers kept reiterating during the game, was that this was a battle, and it's also a rivalry game. These teams have had some games in the past that were really strong, and that was something that they tried to stay on to, was these teams are big rivals. Some storylines during the game that happened. Falcao got subbed out in the second half. Actually, in the first half, Ander Herrera scored his first goal, and as you know, in soccer, there aren't many goals, so this was a storyline during the game. And then in the second half, Falcao got taken out of the game, and it felt like a goodbye. The announcers would saying, this felt like he was saying goodbye, and the fans were saying goodbye to him because they didn't believe that he would stay. So with the game 1-0, it got into the second half, and De Gea, the player who was expected to leave, also got hurt, and that doesn't happen a lot for a goalkeeper. So he came out of the game and was able to get like a farewell also, and the announcers again reiterated that that also kind of felt like a goodbye, and the fans gave a big standing ovation. And then in the second half, there was an own goal off a deflection, and that was also leading to the storyline. So the game ended up finishing 1-1, and the teams pretty much stayed in the same position that they were in when they entered the game. It was a good game, and the big thing on social media, though, was Radamel Falcao. During last summer, he was really expected to be a forward and produce numbers when he came to Manchester, and that just wasn't the case. So Twitter was really on his case, trying to say that he's not worth the money, they shouldn't go after him, and the also big thing was, of course, De Gea going to back home to Madrid, where he's from. Those were the big things on social media, and pretty much what the fans themselves were really talking about during the game. Thank you very much. Those are my references, and thank you for listening.